Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Sushmit and in this video I will detail tell you about the Arduino code that I wrote to control all the appliances just from your smartphone. And I'll also teach you the connections that you need to do in your switchboard to connect the appliances to the 4-channel relay board. So let's get started. Now to enter into the coding part, we firstly need to install the Arduino software. So open this page and go to software and click on downloads. Now among these, choose any one which suits your computer and install the program. I have already installed, so I will directly take you to my Arduino window. Now this is the code that we need to write to connect our smartphone to the Bluetooth device. It is very simple. I'll make you understand each and every point detailedly. So to start with, we have included a header file named software serial. This library helps us to make our own TX and RX pins in the Arduino board. So basically, we have the default TX and RX pin in the Arduino itself as pin 1 and pin 0 respectively. But during the burning of the code, when we upload the program from our computer, those two pins are being used. So if we connect our HC05 pins to those 0 and 1 pin, then every time while using it, we have to open those two pins and then upload the program and then again put back those two pins in the Arduino. So this is a bit tiresome, and for that reason we will create our own TX and RX pins with the help of this software serial library. So after that, we have created an object named BT of that library. Here inside the bracket, the 10 and 11 are the TX and RX pin of the HC05. Now note an important concept. We always connect the TX of Bluetooth or any other device to the RX of Arduino and the RX pin of the Bluetooth or any other wireless device to the TX pin. There is a cross connection between these two things. You can see this in the picture clearly. Now we create a variable named read data to store the data which we receive from the Bluetooth when we click the buttons in our app. We have created these 4 relay variables, relay 1, relay 2, relay 3 and relay 4, and as we have connected the 4 input pins of the relay to Arduino pin 4, pin 5, pin 6 and pin 7 respectively, so we have given these numbers here accordingly. Now we have also created these counter variables and initialized it to 0. You will understand the need of it in the latter part of the code. Now we need to set up these pins. Now in this line, we begin the Bluetooth and we also begin our serial monitor, that is the display board of the Arduino. Now we have set all the relay pins to the output mode so that the Arduino can give output to the relay on receiving signal from HC05. Now here comes the basic concept. As I have told you in my previous video about the concept of the relay working, so you will be easily able to understand why I have put the initial high condition here. If we put here high, then at the beginning all the 4 relay switches will be in off condition. Now for a short trick, you can remember when we give a high input in the Arduino, the switch gets off, and when we give a low signal, then the switch gets on. So here also we again see a opposite relation. Now still, if you have a problem regarding understanding this concept, then you can revisit my previous video. I have detailedly cleared this concept there. Now in the loop section, we check whether the Bluetooth is available or not. This indicates whether the HC05 is connected to our mobile app or not. So when the Bluetooth connection becomes available, we give a 10 milliseconds of delay for stability purpose. Now we extract the data sent by our mobile app to the HC05 by this line, bt.read. This line extracts each character and the next line adds it up and stores the entire string. Now when the length of this string is greater than 0, which indicates that we have received something, then it enters into this block. In the first line we can see serial.println. This displays the string that we have received into the serial monitor of the Arduino. Serial monitor is nothing but the output page of the Arduino app. Now we have our data that we received from the app and check whether its length is greater than 0. Again, it indicates that we have received the data. Now after this comes a vital point. Here you can see within quotes relay 1. Now note carefully that this relay 1 was used while making the app in the MIT App Inventor. We have selected this string to be sent while we click the button 1. So when this condition satisfies, it enters into this block. In the first line it says val1 equals to digital read relay 1. Now we have initialized the relay 1, 2, 3, 4 as high. You can see it here. So val1 will be 1. Now this is because if we have a high, then in binary you all know that it indicates by 1, and if it is low, then it is indicated by 0. So here val1 will be equal to 1. Now note this algorithm very carefully. Here we see that whatever be the initial value of val1, we just reverse the state in which it is currently present. If it is at 0, then this algorithm converts it to 1, and if it is at 1, then it converts to 0. So this will help us to on or off the switch when we press the buttons in our smartphone. Initially val1 is 1 as it was high, so it will enter into this block, and here we see digital write relay 1 low, so it will switch on the relay 1. And in the same way, if we again press the key, then it will switch it off. By using this same logic, I have repeated it for the rest of the 3 relays. And at last I have given a stability of 200 milliseconds, and after the block closes, we have made our read data to be empty so that it can accept fresh values. Now we will compile our program. So you can see here done compiling. Now we upload it to the Arduino Uno board with the help of this cable. So you can see here uploading, and it is completed. Now here comes the interface. Now let's click on connect, and you can see HC05 here. I'll click it, and now you can see our relay board is connected. That's great. Now we come to the connection of the 220 volt appliances. You need to take special precautions for this. Be very careful while doing these things. Now here in this drawing, I have clearly shown how to connect the 4 appliances that you will control with the help of your smartphone. Now let me explain you a bit about this drawing. In this drawing, these 4 blue boxes represents the 4 relays that we have used, and this red line indicates the live wire of our home supply, and the black wire is as usually the ground wire. So note very carefully the connections. In one of the relays, we will take the positive voltage, and in this manner we will supply it to the rest of the 3 relays. Till now all the relays are getting a positive voltage. Now to complete a circuit, the current needs to go back to the ground. So these two should be connected for a closed circuit. We join our appliances between the negative terminal of the relay and the ground wire. These are the 4 appliances named as 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this positive terminal indicates the normally open pin. Note it very carefully. And the negative terminal indicates the common terminal. Now if you just reverse the positive and negative terminal, your circuit will work, but it is technically totally wrong, because if the switch is even off, then also the current will go up to the appliance, and in case of any short circuit it may be fatal. So follow these notations very carefully. Now let's practically test our project.